What's going on, people? Welcome back to Ant E Football. Now, as much as I wanted to continue the Ant Stat series, it took way too long to edit. So for this week, I've put together a highlight video of last season's last 6 games for Battersea Dogs. It's a fairly long video as I've crammed in 6 games into about 30 minutes. So if you just want the goal of the season section at the end of this video, you can click on the timestamp in the description below. In any case, let's crack on. On a windy, wet, chilly Sunday morning in January, we took on Wig Army. And honestly, I don't know where either of us were in the table, but we pick up the game here. One of their players puts the ball back into the box. It reaches the number 10. I think he has a goal, but Ed makes sure it doesn't creep in on the near post. Here, the number 10 has another chance. Looks to shoot again, but Ed is comfortable and he collects the ball one more time. Okay, we pick up the 11, he drives forward through the centre of the park. A lovely through ball to the 10 again. It looks like he's going to be giving us problems. And he just misses out by a few inches of the post. What's this? Wig Army get a free kick. It gets flicked on by the 13 and Spencer Grady's there to pull it away at the near post. Here Curtis puts the ball out to Rory, about to go in his famous runs. He does. Passes to me, through ball back to him. And he puts it away to make the score 1-0.
Come on, Rory.
I knew I recognised the 10 from somewhere. Must be one of the in-laws. Maybe not. Okay, we pick up in the second half now. The 10 again putting the ball back into the box. Dangerous. Oh, he hits the bar. The fullback, it looks like. Okay, Wig Army get a corner. It reaches us, we defend it well, it gets put back in the box. One of their players brings it down in his chest, does a bicycle kick, lobs Ed, but it's ruled offside, and I guess you're just going to have to take my word for it. Cheers, settle and go. Okay, Ed here, he puts it out to our fullback, Sol. He beats one player and drives forward, does a 1-2 with Curtis, gets the ball back, passes it on to Booker, it looks like. Booker gets the ball, a through ball onto Rory. Uses pace, beats 1, beats 2, chips the keeper, can he score? No, he hits the crossbar and they clear. That was it for Rory as he pulled his hamstring for all his endeavours in this game. The number 10 here doing bits on Chris. Right, where were we? How about this for a touch? Doesn't really come to much though, but it was a very lovely touch. Now this is, I'm not even going to commentate here. I think you just need to watch it. Two, 1. John's expression tells you all. Their first forward has a go. He misses it. Joe does well to clear up, and there's nothing you could do about this shot from Lance King. He rifles it, top bins. Ed can do nothing about it. 2-1 to Wig Army. We need to get a goal back to get this point, but no, Wig Army are still under press. He has a go over Ed's head. Oh, and he just misses the post by inches. Mr. Grady there trying to secure all 3 points, which they eventually do. Following a 3-week absence from league action, on the 17th of February we took on Kew Antigua. That man doing a great job beating his man, but he scuffs his shot wide of the post. Here I pick up the ball in the middle of the park. I look to shoot on my left, but I cut it inside. I tried to beat my man, but I get pulled back for the foul. Now if I'm honest, this was not one of my better free kicks, but I somehow managed to lob the keeper.
Of course, couldn't have missed that.
1-0 Dogs. And that is what our skipper is about. Hard work and graft. And we just about get away with that. Curtis picks up the ball here from Chris. Drives forward. Finds me with a pass. I try to take it down, bring it on my right. And this is definitely a penalty shout. But we get nothing for it. Kew Antigua find himself on a break here. In acres of space. It's 3 versus 2. He looks to shoot. and it just goes wide of the post. Some miscommunication here between Ed and our winger Steve. It goes out for a throw-in. Their winger, who's very good in the day, does a quick throw-in to this player, the number 2 it looks like. He passes it back to their centre half. Adam Conchi, I believe his name was. He sends it long, aiming for the striker. It misses everyone, their striker and even Ed. 1-1. You can hear Nathaniel in the background, clearly not happy with what just happened. Okay, so we pick up here with Kew Antigua. The winger has the ball. He passes it on to their striker, who has a darting run. He tries to beat Sol for pace. Sol gets a foot in there, but he doesn't do enough as the striker gets his shot off. Eventually, it's way off target. The winger again causing problems here on the wing. You can see what Seb thinks about it. Now he still has a lot of work to do here. He's got 2 men on him. He's got Sol and he's got John. Sol does a good job. But how about this for some feet from the winger there? What does he do? Puts in a ball. Anyone in there? Nope. We break with me on the ball. This should be a monster of a counter-attack here. 4 on 3. Give it out to Tim. Tim looks to put a ball back into the middle, but it gets cleared by the Kew Antigua defender. Tim picks up the ball here on the left side of the pitch. He does well to get past the defender. He cuts in, makes a pass onto Tom. Looking very composed on the ball as he looks for an outlet. He does, he finds one to Booker. Booker has a touch. Great 50-50 day, he wins. Threads a through ball into Nat. Can he finish? He does!
Go on!
But the goal was ruled offside, so it won't count. Here I pick up the ball, I fizz it into Tom, a bit too much on it there. Tom loses possession. The striker picks up the ball there, tries to beat Tom for pace. He does well, he holds up possession. Looks like he's about to put a ball in, he does. Stoll gets in there and it hits the post. Oh, lucky. Lucky for us, it hits the post. Ed picks up and he cleans up. Kew Antigua look to play early. He finds the other striker. He has a go, not enough on it. Oh, but the other striker's there. He chips Ed, but it goes way over the keeper. We pick up the ball here, defending. Chris looks like he slipped. The striker's in on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Great recovery by Chris there. Fantastic. Great recovery, but I think we've escaped there. I've seen penalties given for less. Standing over the free kick, I have a go over the wall. Keeper has a great save and tips it over the bar. Right, we pick up here. Sol has the ball. He has all the time in the world. He can play it back to Ed or pull it out for play. Maybe even Tim. He does nothing. He pushes the striker. And the referee has to blow for a foul. Eventually, Sol ended up with a yellow. And we have the centre half standing over the free kick. He has a go. Oh, and he hits the bar. Great effort from their centre half. Fantastic. How about this for some composure? That's our centre back, by the way. Drives forward, has a little step over. Sees a run from John. A little dig, he's in. John's in. Oh, he just can't control it. And Kew Antigua clear. Here I am, I pick up the ball for a throw-in. Into Curtis. Curtis gets the ball, sees a run from Natman. Fantastic take. He has a go. And it's a goal. Fantastic from Natman there.
Get it!
What a goal. Let's have another look. He brings it from behind him. And he slaps it. And the game ended 2-1 Dogs. A week later, even though it was on our home pitch, it was an away fixture against Parklife B. Here we pick up the ball, their striker in on goal. He has a goal on his left foot and it's just wide. I used to go to school with him. His name's Larry. He's a very good player, but on this day he wasn't able to hit the target. What was going on here, Seb? We pick up play here with Curtis on corner duty. He puts in the decent ball and Rory Brown's at the end. It's that name again. And his mate Christian Paul with a celebratory dance. We will see more of that later. Okay, we resume play with Booker cleaning up shop. He passes it on to Curtis. Curtis sees me in the middle. I gather it. I see the run of Suki. I send a through ball over the top to Suki. Suki with a burst of pace there. He has a look up. Can he put a ball in? He does. It misses Natman. Rory gets the touch, but he scuffs the shot and the keeper's there to clean it up. Parklife clearing up. Nick with the ball, he sends it back in, flicks on, Suki's in on goal. He has a goal, and he misses. He could have squared it onto Natman with a goal, but he doesn't, and he misses out. I pick up the ball here, I sky it into the air with the defender. I get there in front of the second one. I have a go, but scuffed the shot. Great piece of play there, but goals win you games. Right, we pick up the play here with Suki. He holds up play, waiting for the run of Booker. He does a back heel. Booker gets the ball, but he puts in the ball on his right foot. Natman's there. Is he getting? It does. Natman grabs our second goal. Well done, Nathaniel Laley Sobers. Right, we pick up play here. Suki onto the pass to Natman. Natman with a reverse pass back onto Suki. He has a run. He doesn't have a go. He passes it onto Rory's path. He has a go, but the keeper makes a comfortable save. Right, Curtis has the ball here. He passes it into Suki. Suki getting a lot of the ball. Back heel back onto Curtis. Curtis looks to put a ball in. He does. It reaches Cree. Oh no, but he fluffs his lines. Parklife defend, but only to Suki. And it comes to nothing. It's the man of the minute at the moment. He has a free kick. And it hits the upright. And I tell you what, that would have been in goal of the season if it went in. Curtis has the free kick. Chris with a flick on. And Dudley with a flick on. A double flick from our two defenders. Let's have another look at this. You see Chris has a flick on. Then Dudley have a flick on. Even our cameraman Amari is surprised that Dudley Sawyer grabs our third goal. Here we pick up Chris doing his defensive work onto Nat. Nat has a little lay on onto Rory. Rory drives forward. Back into Natman. Natman out left. He drives forward. What a pass on the outside of his foot. Parklife clear. Reaches only Kurt. Kurt hits it. And it's a goal. Which makes it 4-0 to the Dogs. Curtis there celebrating the birth of his second child. It brings tears to my eyes, it does. Here we pick up the play. A through ball onto Rory. Out left this time. Drives forward. He beats a man very easy. He shoots. He could have squared it, but he doesn't. The follow-up reaches Booker, who also shoots. But it misses the target. It was dark and grey on the 3rd of March when we took on South London Football Network's first team. Here we pick up Tim on the ball. It takes a double deflection from their defenders and eventually over the bar. The preceding corner taken by Curtis Chin. Decent ball. Rory with a flick on. Chris has a shot. And it's an own goal from the South London Football Network defenders. Cree taking the credits, but it was definitely an own goal. Here I pick up the ball. Pass it on to Cree. Cree onto Rory. Rory slips. He still gets the ball. Burst of pace. I'll put my house keys on him scoring, but he takes a heavy touch and the keeper cleans up shot. Here the keeper punts it forward, and I've just got to leave this in because what can you say? Tariq Solomon uses his pace, beats all our defenders and Ed to the ball. Much to the delight of this substitute who looks very chuffed with himself.
Well, that means we just have to score 6 then. Simple as.
Loving the confidence from Amari, our cameraman there. Here we pick up Joe with the ball. Passes it into me. Luckily I get past there, centre midfielder. I pull it over the top onto Rory. Again, uses his pace, beats their defenders. He's in on goal. Oh, and the keeper does well to win that one-on-one opportunity. We pick up the play here again. I get the ball. I turn. I see Cree thinking about the run. Eventually it does. I put in a through ball. The defender scuffs. Christian gets there first. The keeper does well. Rory's there. He shoots. The keeper stops it, but no. It slips through his fingers. 2-1 to the Dogs. That man again, Rory Brown. Here I pick up the ball again. I cull it onto my left. I see the run of Christian again. This time it does reach Christian. He's running. He beats his defender. He looks to shoot. The keeper parries and we missed out on this opportunity. Here we see Christian with a fantastic challenge. Much to everyone's delight. A few words there from Cree. Not sure how pleasant they were. Here Booker picks up the ball from a throw-in. He beats his defenders. He puts the ball in. Tim's there. Hits it first time. But misses the target. Another corner from Curtis. Oh, fantastic. First time on his weak foot. Loops over the keeper, hits the post and in. Let's have another look at that. On his right foot, over the keeper, post and in. That is quality. Their forward has a go, but it's not enough to worry Ed. Okay, Dudley has the ball. He passes the ball on to Booker. And it's that man, Cree again, out left. He definitely reaches the ball there this time. Over the keeper's head. And he makes sure he scores. I was definitely worried that wasn't going in. And here's his signature dance. Okay, Rory Brown standing over the free kick. What can he do? Ah! What a free kick. Left-footed, securing his hat-trick. There is nothing the keeper could have done. Okay, we pick up the ball here. It is Rory. He passes it on to Cree. Cree with a back heel. Back to Rory. Rory has a go and is parried by the keeper. Here we pick up the ball again. Christian has it. Another back heel. This time to John. John puts the ball in. Oh no, he doesn't. What is that? Is that a cross? Is that a shot?
He actually did say his goal was coming next half.
I'm sure he'll be claiming he meant that, but let me know in the description below. Was that a shot or was that a cross? Here Nick picks up the ball out to left. John, recent goal scorer, a lovely through ball onto Rory, beats the defender. He has a go, he gets taken out. The defender, oh no, the defender can't get there in time. And Rory grabs his 4th goal, making it 7-1. Right here, me and Curtis deliberating who's taking a free kick. Now in my late teens, I damaged my hip flexor on my right leg, so I could only use it to plant as I shot with my left. I like to confirm I was born right-footed. Now if at first you don't succeed, try and try and try again.
Yes!
To be honest, being 7-1 up really did boost my confidence taking this. Back to the game, we pick up the number 8 here, who passes it onto the centre half who's in an advanced position. He drives forward, he has a shot, and it's comfortable for Ed. Here we go, the number 8 on the ball again. Chris takes a slip, he puts it forward. Through ball onto Tariq Solomon, who scored their first goal. And how about that for a finish? That is a very, very special finish. He couldn't go left, he could have gone right, but he opted to go over Ed and under our bar. 8-2. It looks like it's too much for Dudley to bear. Mr. Smug from earlier takes a quick throw. Their defender doesn't get it under control. Tim pounces onto me, reverse pass back to Tim. Tim puts the ball in the box, and Josiah there with a late arrival, securing our 9th goal. Okay, we could pick up play here.
This is Tim!
With Amari screaming for Tim's goal. Josiah has the ball, but he chooses to go alone, and he misses the target. Right, Chris here passes it out to Tim, who's in acres of space. He drives towards goal, nobody in front of him. Can he get a goal this time? He looks to shoot, he does. Oh, does he scuff it or does he pass? I don't know. You let me know in the description below. What we do know is John Mitchell has scored his 2nd. Here I grab the ball, I have a shot from 30 yards. The keeper parries it to safety. Josiah gets there in time, beats one defender, lays it on the plate for Curtis. First time shot, back of the net. We finished that game 11-2 to the Dogs. 3 weeks later, we took on Clapham New Town at home on the 31st of March. Here we see their striker having a go, but it just goes wide of the goal. We pick up the game here, standing over the free kick. I have a go. It goes round the wall, the keeper's able to save, and Joe isn't there to add the finishing touches. Now here, the number 9, who was a very tricky player in the day, worked hard. And you can see that here, he beats me, Dudley, and Joe, but isn't able to put it in the back of the net. They get a corner here. We defend our lines well, get into clearance. Their defender has a goal and is called offside. Ed has a goal kick. It's not the greatest, the midfielder gets a head on it. Joe's there to clean up but messes it all up and scores an own goal. I don't think he'll want to see that again. So they're having words with their number 11. Annoyingly, the preceding corner, this happens. Unfortunately, our standing cameraman missed the goal, but we can confirm that it was now 2-0 to Clapham.
No Christian, no win.
Tim here, he has a shot on goal, it hits the player's hand. We call for handball and we get it.
Are we not both going on?
Yeah.
What's the situation?
Just which side we play on.
Curtis on set piece duty brings us back into the game. Right, with sub made, Seb gets the ball, he passes it to Nick. Being pressured by the 9, he passes it to Ed. Ed looks to clear, he doesn't make it. The number 9 gets it again, he chips Ed. Ed gets a hand to it, and the number 7's there to smash it into an open goal. Right, we pick up Clapham on the press again. The midfielder gets the ball, he looks up, threads a through ball to their new player on the left, pushing the ball into the box. Joe does well, the number 9 gets it again. Ed does a great reaction shave and brings the ball into safety. Sol with a throw here in the dying minutes of the game. It falls to me nicely, I look to shoot, which is defended well by the number 9. They try to kill, they can't get out of the box. Sol gets the ball again, running across the 18-yard box, passes out to Joe. It's a bit of pinball at the moment, it falls to me. I have a snapshot and get our second goal. Unfortunately, it didn't change the result as we lost 3-2.
Yeah, deflected, I think, but...
A week later, with our final game of the season, we took on Sporting Crabs at home, but at a different pitch in Dulwich. Here we see John getting the ball on the left, he puts the ball into the box, but Tim isn't able to add the finishing touches, and they clear to safety. Crabs get the ball here on the edge of the box. He has a snapshot, the 7 gets there before Gary, and it's agonizingly misses the target. Okay, the ball is smashed into the air by Crabs. Joe looking indecisive, looks to head it back to Gary. The 7 gets there before, has a little flick, but again doesn't hit the target. Curtis here with a throw and throws it into me. I can't bring it under control. The 7 onto the 10, the 10 through ball onto the number 8, and Gary cleans up shot.
Yes, Gaza.
Okay, Crabs get a throw on. Joe gets there before their player. It falls back to the fullback. He puts the ball in. We're struggling to get out of the box. Eventually the 10 gets it, he puts it in. It's typical Sunday football. Eventually Gary gets safe hands on it. Okay, we pick up play in the middle of the park. Cree and their defender, great challenge from both of them. It falls to Rory who gets tackled. I put it back into Rory's path, and how about this?
Yes, Rory.
That's probably about 35 yards out, if not more.
Come on.
1-0 Dogs. Okay, we pick up play in the middle of the park. I get the ball, pass it on to John. John with a first time pass to Rory. Rory, quick feet round the defender. Has a touch, quick shot, but drags it wide of the post. Rory standing over the free kick here. It looks way too familiar. Okay, the ball gets passed to the number 8, another tricky winger. This time Nick's here to keep him in bay. Has decent feet, puts it into the box, it falls to the number 6. He has a go and smashes it over the bar. Okay, Crab's getting a lot of possession here. He sends me back to Battersea. He has a go and it takes a deflection out wide. Okay, the corner didn't come to much. Cree picks up the ball here onto John. I take control, and how about this for a pass? Rory 1-on-1 with the defender on his back. He hits it and it just goes wide of the post. Crabs get a clearance. Joe looks to defend, but he misses it, and they're in on goal. I promise you, it's not deliberate that we keep missing their goals. So we've given Crabs a lifeline into the second half. The tricky winger out on the right. He beats Joe and puts the ball in. Number 12 gets it. First time volley, but it hits Dudley and we clear to safety. We pick up Cree on the ball here, waiting for some movement. Eventually passes it on to Rory. Rory sees the run of Rob, and Rob is called offside. That's a great line from the Crabs there.
Unlucky Rob.
Beautiful football in the middle of the park with Cree and Curtis. Curtis sends a ball over the top to Rory, uses his pace, beats 2 players. He squares it, but the keeper gets there first before Tim. Gary here with a goal kick, which isn't the greatest. The defender gets there before Curtis. The 16 beats Dudley. Passes onto the 7. Great touch by the 7 and left foot snapshot, which is comfortable for Gary. Okay, the number 6 for Krabs. He puts the ball into the box. The number 7 gets there before Gary over the top. And Joe's able to clear it off the line. It falls to Dudley and we're able to clear. The number 7 standing over the corner. It's a great delivery and it reaches Ian Armstrong for Krabs to bring the score level. We get a penalty from a foul later on. Curtis on duty. Hits it down the middle. The keeper saved with his feet. It's up in the air. Rob gets there first. It falls to Curtis, who has a go, but the keeper gets a hand to it. Gary with the goal kick. Again, it isn't very good. The Krabs get there. Ball over the top. Nick does well defending it. It falls to the number 8. He hits it on a volley and he volleys it over the bar. With the goal kicks not going our way, we let to play at the back to John. John gets the ball. He lets it turn, but he gets himself into trouble. The number 8 has a through ball onto the 7, but Gary makes a fantastic save. The number 7 on corner duty, it looks like he puts in another ball. Are we going to get a repeat? We do, no, but Curtis clears off the line following a header from Ian Armstrong, and the game is brought back for a collision of heads. Now I'm not going to commentate, but comment in the description below if the whole ball is off the pitch. Also, was this offside? And lastly, is that a great goal or what?
Yeah! Come on, Rory! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Absolute scenes. Okay, we pick up play here. John has a throw in into Cree. Cree takes a touch, beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, beats 4. Eventually defended. The defender clears. It falls to me. I take a touch, but I miss the target.
Didn't even touch him. That's the worst thing about him, really. Yes! Because he kicked it there, that's why.
Okay, I pick up the ball in the middle of the park. I look to send Rory on a run. I slice the ball and then go on this semi-decent run. He doesn't get anywhere.
Oh, lucky ad!
Krabs get another corner, looking to bring the score level again. It misses everybody. Cree gets the ball. And it looks like it's now 4 versus 2. Tim has the ball. He puts it into the box. It lands to Joe, our centre back. He has a go, but the keeper's able to save. I'll pass the ball into Seb. Seb with a one-touch pass into Rory. Rory on the run. He takes a touch, left-footed, dinks the keeper.
Oh, lucky Rory!
But I think the keeper gets a hand to it and misses the target. Rory doing great defensive work. He wins the ball onto Cree. Cree has a through ball back to Rory. Outside of the foot, nutmegging the keeper. Securing the win. 4-2 to the Dogs. Now even if we lost, we still would have got promoted.
Come on!
But the win was definitely a sweet one. Now if you've come here from my intro, shame on you, because you're going to miss the goals in context. In any case, thank you that you're here. Here are some honourable mentions before I get into my top 10. Now I like this goal because it's 2 defenders doing flicks in opposition boxes. Dudley Sawyer there with a goal. Now this is an opposition goal scored by Adam Conchi of Kew Antigua in his own half. Whether he meant it or not, it does make for good viewing over everybody, even their player and Ed, into our goal. Third, we have John Mitchell, similar to Adam Conchi, gets the ball out wide. Does he cross it? Does he shoot? Doesn't matter, it's a goal. And lastly, the fourth of my honourable mentions, Joe Chomiak for his own goal. He tries to clear it with his right foot, but shanks it and curls it round Ed. Fantastic. Right, on to our top 10 in no particular order. You can vote for your winner in the description below. Here we have Tariq Solomon of South London Football Network first team. A goal with lots of class. Literally scoops it over Ed's head. Number 2, is that Rory or Messi? Leave it in below. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, gets the ball back. Beats him again, beats 4, beats the 5th, which is the keeper. Just beating everyone. Number 3 is Rory Brown again on his weak foot from a volley, from a cross. A lot of quality in this goal. I like the fact it comes off the post as well. Number 4 is Christian Paul. Gets the ball into acres of space. He has a dart and run. And he has the composure to dink it over the oncoming keeper and smash it in. Love the celebration at the end. Number 5 is Nathaniel Lately Sobers with nothing left behind. Now I like this goal because, as you can see, when Curtis passes it into him, it's behind him. But he manages to drag it forward in front of the defenders and smashes it in. Number 6 is Rory Brown again with Why Not? Game against Sporting Crabs. A hard fought battle, but he picks up the ball in the middle of the park, a few strides forward, and boom.
Yes, Rory!
Right, number 7 is Rory Brown, 25-yard free kick on his left foot. You've seen him do it. Makes it look so easy. Right, number 8, I'll put myself in there with my weak foot free kick. I like the fact that I tried it once and failed, and then tried it the second time.
Yes!
Pull it top bins. Right, number 9 is Rory Brown again. This time with his 30-yard free kick, similar to the 25-yard one. It's the same result. And lastly, number 10, it's Lance King for Wig Army. The first striker has a go. He scuffs it. It falls to Lance King, and the rest is history. I like it because there's absolutely no backlift, and John's expression tells you everything. So there we have it, my top 10 18-19 goal of the season. Considering I only filmed 8 of our games, those goals coming from our last 6. You got a good bunch to pick from. Now I've lettered them simply because Rory Brown was able to score half of those goals. But in any case, let your winner be known in the comment section below. Voting will close on Friday the 6th at 9 PM. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Peace.